It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we get to watch Devon Achane. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Raiders and the Lions on Monday night.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a much-discussed third-rounder in last year's draft, the second-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And that's on Shaq Mason, the guard.
Still first down. Come on, set!
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 5 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Ridder now on second down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Nick Bolton. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw it here. Ridder. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nolan Smith. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. First down, they go back to Achane. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays. And what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A give left side. Here's Achane. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Some good strong running right there. Some confidence, some explosiveness just to got him into the end zone.
3rd and 3. They'll run for it with A-Chain. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Josh McDaniels going to take a risk here. They will go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Hainer. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. Now a first carry for their fullback. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Ritter to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Braden Mann now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Hainer on 1st and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So here's a 3rd and 14 as they've got it as we resume action. He lets one go deep for Addison, and that would be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Out of the gun, it's Hainer. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Blitz coming, and down he goes. David Ajabo from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Ritter from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Nolan Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Raiders at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down, here's A-chain. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give up the middle to A-chain. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's A-chain headed right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Play action. Here's Hayner to throw. Flush to his right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Oh, and for the first time this season, he's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Ritter. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st down, Ritter. And the Raiders have got him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Ritter now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, Ritter. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 83 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Off the play fake, Hayner. Man open, here is Jones. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Third quarter begins with a run from H.A. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On the handoff, it's H.A. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
H.A. now up the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
It's H.A. on the give, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. This is H.A. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
H.A. on 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The throw over the middle taken in. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Running left, it's A-Chain. And he spins through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Holding. Offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Again, it's Johnson. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Here's A-Chain. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from Cloak.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Devon A-Chain with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. Hayner will look to throw for this. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
First down, here's Ritter. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Nolan Smith make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. 3rd and long now, Ritter. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Ritter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. A-Chain gets it from the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Devon A-Chain, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now run by A-Chain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's A-Chain. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 151 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow. And he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll run here with A-Chain. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they...
Touchdown Raiders! Jordan Addison, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to stretch out their lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hayner. And he slings one that's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hayner looking to throw it. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact. Ball arrives. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on off. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. Ritter. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Back to throw, Ritter. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Ritter. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just... They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Johnson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. Breaks a tackle. A second nice move, a spin. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Hayner here to throw it. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. A final shot now for Ritter. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Las Vegas, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss, and they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.